Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to ask, how do we stabilize in this Aquarian age for me and my twin flame to stay in union? Excuse me. So you know how, a lot of twin flames are in and out, or they get into union and then they somehow don't commit, or they somehow, end up breaking up. So, okay, so I want to know how the Aquarian age plays in. We're now in a brand new age. Okay, timelines are shifting like crazy. As you can see with what's going on out there, it's a little cray cray, not gonna lie. And so I figured let's ask how to stabilize in this Aquarian age, because I think we need to stabilize in order to stay in twin flame union or at least have that commitment. Okay, and I'm going to start using my cards that I've created to get some more info, and that's why I took these out for this particular reading. But we're going to start with the Osho Zen Tarot for the Divine Feminine, and then we're also going to have the World Spirit Tarot deck for the Divine Masculine. So we're going to start there. Also, please feel free to switch roles as we are all the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine energies if you feel guided to. And also take your own intuitive hits on these cards. Yours trumps mine, okay? So if you get a hit on something where it gives you personal meaning, then that is the meaning that you should take. Okay, so Divine Feminines, 2 cards. How do we stabilize in the Aquarian age in order to stay in twin flame union with our divine counterparts, right? How do we stabilize? How do we stabilize? Oh, very interesting. So, in order to stabilize in the Aquarian age, okay, it is first of all, don't isolate yourself. Don't feel isolated, okay? So, if you feel like you're abandoned, or if you feel like something's missing, or if you feel like you're being iced out in some way, okay, that is not going to help you. So in order to stabilize in the Aquarian age, and in order to not only attract twin flame union but to stay in twin flame union. And I know it's hard when you're in physical union. I know it's even tougher when you're in physical union. Oh my god. It's so hard, right? Because the mirror is so powerful. Such a powerful mirror of all of your inner wounds, okay? And so it's very important to stabilize because it's about unity, right? So it's to never feel isolated, all right? Because we're learning unity with this age of Aquarius, and then also not to feel burdened, right? So they call this the burden, okay? And so when you feel burdened by anything, it could be a job, it could be your twin flame, it could be this journey, it could be what's going on in the world, whatever it is. When you stop feeling burdened, so feeling calm, collected, feeling light. Okay, you got to figure out how to unburden yourself, like how to do that. Like how can you unburden yourself, because that's what's going to stabilize the divine feminine in the Aquarian age, which is very important to stay in twin flame union. All right, let's do 2 cards for the divine masculine. 2 cards for the divine masculine. How to stabilize in the Aquarian age to stay in twin flame union. Okay, so now we have 2 of Wands reversed, and we have 6 of Pentacles upright. So that's interesting. So it's almost like, all right, so this could be twofold, but what I'm getting is that divine masculines, when I see the 6 of Pentacles, it's like a give and take, right? And so when you're ready to not only be a giver but also to be a receiver, okay, like you got to do both. It's like yes, you're a giver. The divine masculine knows how to give, but you also have to know how to receive. If you don't allow yourself to receive, you're not going to be able to stabilize in the Aquarian age. But also, so this is about someone waiting, right? So the Two of Wands, they're kind of waiting for their ships to come in here. Okay, it's like when you stop waiting, when you stop thinking, oh, it's coming in, where is it? Oh, it's on its way. Oh, I think I see a light. Oh, do I hear a ship? Oh, it's not the ship. So it's like when you're not doing that, when you're not waiting, okay, waiting around for something, okay, instead, share your resources with others, be the divine masculine. You're definitely balanced in your divine masculine when you're giving to others. To be balanced in your divine feminine, though, you must also learn how to receive. I'm sorry, I'm just going to get a quick drink of water. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so let's look at these. So now let's look also how to stabilize in the Aquarian age for the divine feminine. How to do that? These are not easy. These are just floppy cards, so they're not very shuffleable. But okay, so this is for the divine feminine first. How to stabilize in the Aquarian age for the divine feminine. Let's see. Wow, sometimes struggle is what we need to make ourselves stronger. Oh Lord, okay. Sometimes struggle is what we need to make ourselves stronger. Yeah, so it's almost like that diamond, right? When you think of a diamond, how it's just a piece of coal and then, a lot of pressure and heat are on it and it turns into a diamond. Okay, so just so you know, the struggle that you're going through is creating a diamond within yourself and this for a reason. Also, this other card is about claiming yourself. Okay, so whatever that means, to me, it's your soul. It's like claiming your soul. Not ignoring your soul anymore is what I'm getting with that card. Okay, so that's very important to stabilize in the Aquarian age. All right, now let's now get another card for the divine masculine. So, yeah, unfortunately, struggle is something that we need. All right, how about the divine masculine? How to stabilize? Did we get two cards for this too? All right, so connecting to your heart. I love this one, okay? So connecting to your heart chakra, that's hard to do. Have you ever felt your heart chakra open? It's like basically really going within and really loving yourself. That's really going to magnetize you. That is a great way to stabilize in the Aquarian age and to stay in twin flame union. Okay, again, it's going within and it's opening up your heart. It feels very the best way I can describe it as like a euphoric feeling. Okay, it's a very euphoric feeling. And then I have to say my name, I have to say Mary Beth to help me to open up my own heart chakra. But I have to keep doing it. And when I first started doing it, it took me days before I even felt anything, because sometimes we're just so hardened through all the struggles in our lives, and so sometimes it just takes a while to open up your own heart chakra. Then we also got the purpose of the twin flame journey is self-love, unconditional love for the one source, humanity, God, raising your vibrations and balancing your divine masculine and divine feminine energies to be in a fifth dimensional relationship. So it kind of goes back to that as a self-love, unconditional love for yourself. Okay. So whatever that means to you, how do you unconditionally love to yourself? Or maybe this means receiving, like for the divine masculine, maybe you need to learn how to receive. That's a way of self-love, when you allow yourself to receive. Okay? Because sometimes it's like you're not loving yourself when you don't allow yourself to receive from others. So let's look at the divine feminine. I'm sorry, I got to do it on my lap because it's such a floppy. Okay, so for the divine feminine, how else to stabilize in the Aquarian age? How else to stabilize? in this Aquarian age. Woo-wee. We got purging. Yes. We learn something new when we shed a layer. Oh my gosh. This is huge. When you purge, however it is you purge, whatever you do to clean out your energies, it's like you're shedding layer after layer. And the more you do that, the more your mind expands. Your subconscious mind like sheds a layer of like energetic wounds and filth. And it feels so good. And then you really start to open up your mind and you start to like understand things that you didn't previously quite grasp. It was kind of like too esoteric or a little too over your head, right? And then you start shedding these layers by purging, and that will help you. So let's look at the divine masculine. How can the divine masculine stabilize? Oh my gosh, we got self-love again. Self-love is the closest you'll get to, actually, it's like that God, but what they're also telling me is that relationship with your twin flame. Like self-love is the closest we get to being with our soul. Like that's the closest you'll get. Okay. I know that sounds weird, but it's not an outside job, it's an inside job, especially in the Aquarian age. See, the Pisces age was about reaching out, the Pisces age was about getting into groups, and it was about, hey, who am I? How do I identify myself? Well, I identify myself by hanging out with that group. And I identify myself because I hang out with this group, and this is the job I do, and these are the people I hang out with. Well, the Aquarian age is a bit different. This age is about turning in, and it's not about the group thought anymore. It's about being in a relationship with self. Okay, and it's about a relationship with your soul, and it's like going within, and it's not listening to group thought anymore. So that's all gonna go away. But with a bang, it looks like, I feel like what I'm seeing out there, it's not going away quietly. Okay, and then I get radical perspective. In third and fourth dimension, there is one timeline. Um, oh my God, this is a radical perspective. In the fifth dimension, there's infinite timelines that become available, right? So your reality shifts when we switch timelines. There's infinite possibilities in which, you know, it could be anything. So it's just one of those things where just knowing that there are infinite possibilities because your timelines are shifting on every little choice you make. There's infinite possibilities out there. You're not stuck with one future. And even in the third dimension, I wasn't even correct when I wrote that. There wasn't one timeline in the third dimension either. There was lots and lots of timelines. I do teach about that in my course if you're interested, and you can see that below. All right, let's look at the divine feminine. Divine feminine. How else can you stabilize in the Aquarian age? How else can you stabilize in the Aquarian age for the divine feminine? It says we are not trapped by our thoughts. What we generally do, however, is create thoughts that trap us. Yes, that was said by Joshua David Stone. We are not trapped by our thoughts. Okay, so our thoughts don't trap us. However, we create thoughts that trap us. So when we stop doing that, that is how we stabilize in the Aquarian age. So it's almost like you take your thoughts. You can do one or two things. You can really learn from your thoughts, right? And just but don't let it trap you. Don't let it take you down. And if it does take you down, that's okay. Actually, I shouldn't say don't let it take you down. The divine feminine is supposed to dive. That's what we do, right? The divine feminines, we dive into the darkness. That's what we do. That's where we do a lot of learning. So it's all good, but just don't get trapped in it. That's the key. Learn from it. Like I used to get trapped in my thoughts for like months, and now like in a day, because whenever I start to spiral out, it usually takes me about a day to get back, Then I'm like, oh, because I really like search for the answer, So that's what that's for. It's to make you really search and expand. So for the divine masculine, so this is a thought process for the divine masculine. One day I woke up and realized I was not made for anyone. I was made for me. I am my own. Nobody owns me and I don't own anyone else. So when you have this mindset, that is going to help you stabilize in the Aquarian age. All right, let's look at this pile for the Divine Feminine. Obviously, I got all this from all the information that I've researched. I've researched everything near and far from the very beginning. So, all right, let's look at Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Alrighty, so it says Thomas. It's about being okay. So this is kind of one of those. This is about Ayurvedic. Am I saying that right? Ayurvedic type stuff. All right. Thomas is about being in a period of hibernation to help you rejuvenate your system. You are in your cocoon to heal yourself before emerging as a butterfly. Inner child work is going to help you move out of the cocoon and is absolutely key to setting um, getting you into twin flame union. Okay, so it's TAMAS. Don't ask me. I don't really study Ayurveda, but I did read about it, and so I did put it on one of my cards here. So it is about a period. So just know before the Aquarian age, or when you immerse or stabilize in the Aquarian age, you are in a period of hibernation, which obviously we were forced there, right, with COVID, right? We were forced into hibernation, but it was to help you rejuvenate your system because you are now in your cocoon and you're going to emerge as a butterfly. Now, inner child work is very key to that. So you may want to study inner child work, okay? All right, so what does that mean? I also teach about that in my course below. All right, so let's look at divine masculine. What does a divine masculine? Okay, a twin flame relationship is not about pointing the finger at the other person or their faults. That's okay. So yes, so in order to stabilize in the Aquarian age, you don't point your finger at others, right? You always point the finger back at yourself, right? It's a mirror. Okay, so that's very important to remember. Okay. It's hard to notice at first. Sometimes it takes you a while. Maybe it might take you a day or two when you realize the mirror. Sometimes it's deep inside of you that you just don't notice. But the more you clean out your energy and your wounds, the more you really start to notice. Like when you point the finger at someone else, that you're really pointing the finger at yourself. It's like, oh, I do the same thing though, just in a different way. I'm like, oh yeah, I do that, don't I? Okay, so we'll do one last card. We'll do one for the Divine Feminine, and we'll do for the Divine Masculine. All right, so for the Divine Feminine, last one. How to stabilize in the Aquarian age in order to stay in the twin flame relationship. So yes, this is good advice for the twin flame relationship. Pointing the finger at your twin flame is the same as pointing the finger at yourself, because usually the things that trigger the most is something inside of you that has not. Usually, if it doesn't trigger you, it's not really a part, like it's not inside of you. Okay, so for the Divine Feminine, third dimension is about expression and expressing to the outer world. It's about experimentation. It's about experiencing life. It's about integration. What did I learn? Okay. So I'm sorry. So I'm giving you, so what I'm giving you is the 4 steps to enlightenment. Okay. So I love this. This is from, I believe his name is Matias Santiago, if I'm saying his name correctly. Hopefully I am. Anyway, so the third dimension is about expression, where you're expressing yourself to the outer world, all right? And you're experiencing everything that you've ever created. So just picture like in other lifetimes and other dimensions, you as a multidimensional being have created all these things, and now you're on Earth, and now um, you are experiencing everything. Okay, now you have to integrate it. So now you're integrating everything, and you're trying to realize what I learned, like what did I learn from all this. And now you're integrating your inner child, you're integrating your even your adult wounds, your inner child wounds, your past lives, your ancestors, you're integrating it, right? And you're learning to become one with all of it, and then you're transcending by sharing it with others, by giving it away, by starting a new journey. So that's how you transcend it, by sharing it with others. It's like, oh, this is what I expressed to everyone, this is what I experimented, this is what I integrated, and now I'm going to share it with you. Okay, that is transcendent, and that is how divine feminines you are going to stabilize in the Aquarian age. All right, we'll do one last card for the divine masculines. One last card for the divine masculines. Divine masculines. Okay. Let's see. How to stabilize in the Aquarian age. The purpose is not just being two people sharing a life together. So we're talking about twin flames. The purpose of twin flames is not just being two people sharing a life together, but the purpose is to come back together as one soul in the physical. In order to do that, we must deprogram old 3D definitions of what a relationship looks like, all 3D definitions and perceptions of the masculine feminine relationships, and also any 3D definitions and perceptions of being masculine and being feminine, and many other things. All must be deprogrammed to come back as one soul. That's what the twin flame relationship is about. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.